Preston Memorial Hospital Urgent Care has a blood draw station right on site for your convenience. Do you have a health condition that requires you to have a standing order for routine lab work? Just bring your order with you, and one of our friendly, helpful medical staff members will get you in and out quickly. No appointment needed, open 7 days a week, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Preston Memorial Hospital Urgent Care at the Route 7 Kingwood Pike intersection.
Don't you wish things were made the way they used to be made? Hi, I'm Kent Foltz with Delano's Furniture and Mattress. Introducing to you the Almost Heaven Collection by Imperial Mattress Company. A two-sided mattress you can actually flip over. If you want quality and value, the Almost Heaven Collection's for you. Only available here at Delano's and made right here in West Virginia. Come get wowed by the Almost Heaven Collection. Delano's Furniture and Mattress, Route 7 Terra Alta and Route 7 Reedsville.
Hut 1, Hut 2, Hut 3.
Buck! What do you think you're doing?
I'm just trying to teach these ladies how to play football.
You leave those girls alone and get back to work.
But they want to play.
Hi, Buck. You better get in there and get my winter treads on and check my brakes and change the oil. We have to get to the Preston High football game, you fool.
Rainbow Tire, the tire lady takes care of me.
When you visit Scott Ford and Schaefer GMC, you're liable to see people from Pennsylvania, other parts of West Virginia, as well as Maryland. And that's because the word is out. Scott Ford not only has a huge selection, makes your best deal, but has great service after the sale. It's as simple as that. When you're looking for a new or used car, truck, or SUV, make it Scott Ford, Schaefer GMC. Route 7 near Walmart, Kingwood. That's the dealer you can trust.
Choose the right path for your real estate needs. Locally owned Mountain Path Properties, LLC in Arthurdale. We provide full real estate services to all of North Central West Virginia. Our professional realtors are equipped to provide clients with the highest standard of service in the industry, and we value the opportunity to assist our neighbors and friends in buying, selling, leasing, or managing all types of property. Mountain Path Properties will even represent the buyer at no cost in any transaction, no matter which real estate company the property is listed with. So, don't just call a number on a sign. Call Mountain Path Properties and get a professional realtor that will work for you. Oh, and if you're thinking of selling your home, call us for a free market analysis to help determine the value of your property today.
Stop by the Manown Mini Mart, located at the intersection of Route 7 and Dogtown Road, just below Walmart, for all your game day supplies, cold drinks, and all your legal beverages, along with homemade fudge, cookies, and pepperoni rolls cooked fresh daily. Check out their Sunoco gas, the official fuel of NASCAR, and off-road fuel and diesel available. They also fill propane tanks. Randy and Linda Huggins, local owners, wish the Knights good luck on another fantastic season.
Brown's Mill Grocery invites you to stop by for anything you might need. If you're looking for a quick bite, Brown's Mill has buffet-style pizza, fresh subs, and cold drinks. Fill up your tank and your car's tank, too, with quality gasoline. Snacks, cold drinks, gasoline, anything you might need, you'll find at Brown's Mill Grocery. Brown's Mill Grocery at the corner of the Dogtown Road and Route 92. We look forward to seeing you soon at Brown's Mill Grocery.
Welcome to Knight Stadium, high above the turf here at Preston High. Steve Blake and Gary Livengood, just in time for the pride of Preston County and our national anthem, Gary.
It's pink out here tonight, kind of chilly. fall evening here at Knight Stadium.
Between the Buckhannon Upshur Buccaneers and the Preston High Knights. Our color guard tonight.
Preston with another big game here this evening, Gary. Another must-win situation if they want to avenge their loss narrowly last week to University High and continue their hopes for postseason play. They need to make a statement, make a big game of this, and get a victory here at home tonight. Let's go to the field for our national anthem. Fine job, as always, by our marching knights and the ROTC color guard here at Preston High as we honor America with the national anthem. And Gary, tonight, weather has diminished the crowd a little bit.
Yes.
I'm really shocked. There's almost nobody here from Buckhannon in the seats down below us that are normally assigned to the visiting crowd. Maybe they're mixing in, trying to stay warm somewhere. Not sure. Maybe they're late arriving, but in any event, the Knights come in here deadlocked with Buckhannon Upshur. Both teams suffered losses last week. Both of these are hard-working squads on the rebound, and Preston, for what it's worth, I think distinguished themselves against University High. They let everybody be known that they're not a team to be trifled with. They went through the first half, came out with a lead, and had it not been for the handiwork of University High's big 265-pound fullback, who basically got ridden like a donkey in the second half, I believe the Knights would have turned the trick. They nearly did anyway. Another minute and a half, that game would have been ours.
This game tonight is very important, Steve. It's a playoff atmosphere, really, when you get down to it, because this game could turn out to be a playoff elimination. Probably the loser will not be able to make the playoffs, even though they win their last ball game. It's a Big Ten conference game also. You know, Preston is 3-0 at home this year, Steve, so we'll keep our good luck going for the Preston Knights tonight.
Want to try to keep that unbeaten streak here at home going. It's been a long time coming, Gary. This team is really starting to show the hard work that they've put in the off seasons here in Coach Jonathan Tennant's third year at Preston High. They're starting to see some fruit being born on the tree. This team plays like a team. They win or lose as a team. They compete very, very hard, and they have started to make believers and very proud supporters out of a whole bunch of Preston County folk.
The Knights have been improving game by game as we go along with that 5-3 record. They're led by a Kennedy Award candidate, Josiah News. 171 carries, 1,524 yards. That's 9.6 yards per carry, 18 touchdowns, 2 PATs, 112 points. The young man can flat out, he gets through that first wave, take it to the house. Quarterback Scott Stone, 3-year starter for the Preston Knights, 38 completions out of 107 attempts for 542 yards and 5 touchdowns. And I'll tell you what, looking at our receivers, Austin Newsom, 12 receptions, Logan Manier, 7 catches, Dylan Smith, 5 catches. So we got some receivers out there that can catch the football. Kicking game has improved drastically with the addition of Ryan Farrell. The defense has really improved this year. They're led by Casey Shroud, Austin Newsom, Ryan Deal, Austin Powell, Dylan Smith, Joseph Boyles, and these young men can flat out go to the football for the Preston Knights. The Buckhannon Upshur scoring 30 points a game, Steve, and that's going to put a lot of burden on the Preston Knight defense tonight, and they will be tough to handle. When you look at their speed, watch number 20, Brandon Mallett, 5'9", 165-pound junior. The boy has some speed. He can run off kickoffs. He can run back punts. He's a good receiver, and he's a very good runner. He's gained 513 yards thus far in the first 8 ball games and only 48 carries.
He is one to keep an eye on. The Knights will need to shadow him on every play when he sets foot on the field. I'd put someone on him when he got off the bus and tell him stay with that man until he gets back on the bus to go home.
He scored 12 touchdowns in the first 8 ball games. Their quarterback, number 3, got it, senior, 6'2", 170. Their best receivers, Marcus Lofton. He's 16 receptions for 253 yards. And Buckhannon runs misdirection plays, reverses. You don't know who's going to get the football as we go along. And so our defense is going to have to stay home tonight, Steve, and make sure, like you said before, we need to keep an eye on number 20, Brandon Mallett, tonight. And we've been very successful thus far in stopping the big guns from the opposing teams here for the Preston Knights. So our offensive line, defensive line, we match up fairly well. We got some beef for the Preston Knights on the offensive line. And looking at their size, looking at the number 55, 225, 215, 220, 210. So size-wise, Steve, up front, we're bigger than Buckhannon. So we should be able to control the line of scrimmage here tonight in our running game.
That all-important line play that has come to be the signature of the Preston Knights this year. The games that we have dominated at the line, we've dominated on the scoreboard. The games where we've struggled on the line, we've struggled to score points, and we've struggled to keep the other team off the board.
And like you said, we're both coming here off a loss, and this is a disheartening loss last year when we got beat by the University High School Hawks, Steve, and we go down to Buckhannon, and Buckhannon put it to us 50-28 down there. And I think tonight may be a little bit of revenge time.
Well,
here.
Yeah, you said it best, Gary. I think last season ended with the University High game, and the boys kind of just suffered a real emotional letdown and a physical letdown in their final match against Buckhannon, because this season was for naught at that point. They weren't going anywhere in the postseason, and they well knew it at that juncture. Here you have 2 scrappy, hard-charging, physical teams, both of them with playoff aspirations, postseason aspirations, and both of them with an opportunity to prove that they belong in that group tonight. So it should be a real barn burner here on the mountain.
And when you look at the stats, with the exception of Josiah News, the stats are fairly even. The passing stats, the rushing stats, and look at the offense. They're averaging 31 points a game, Steve. We're averaging 28 points a game on offense. Defense, they're allowing only 20 points per game, and we're allowing 18 points per game to our opponents. So tonight's game here, chilly, rain, soaked field here at Knight Stadium tonight. Again, this is playoff atmosphere, very critical game for the Preston Knights to win tonight, to still keep their hopes ready for the playoffs since 2008. So sit back in your chairs and enjoy the Buckhannon Upshur Big Ten football game against the Preston Knights. 5-3, ranked 16th both in the WSSAC rankings. So very important game tonight for the Preston Knights.
Win or lose tonight, the Knights have had a great season this year. They've really stepped up as we see the captains coming to the field now as we prepare for the coin toss and get set to kick this one off. But either team wins tonight, probably still needs a little bit of help from somebody else to really assure themselves of a playoff spot, and that's due to a couple of things. You've got the loss last week late in the season that really hurt both of these squads as far as pushing them back a little closer to being on the bubble. You've got this whole crazy situation with the Woodrow Wilson Capital game, the game that never was. And now you've got Woodrow Wilson almost a lock to go into the playoffs with a 9-game season, a 6-3 record if they win out, which they should. And everybody has their opinion about this. I've talked to a lot of folks over the last week. I've talked to some people who are flat out mad. My honest opinion, I don't think you allow a team that doesn't play their full schedule to have a shot at the playoffs, at the postseason. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. People would say, well, then Capital doesn't get to play. Hey, somebody didn't want to play that game. And nobody wanted to do a makeup game. So what do? I throw them both out.
Captains out on the field tonight for the Preston Knights. Austin Powell, senior, 5'9", 220. Number 24 for the Preston Knights. Josiah Noose, 5'7", 162, senior. Number 18 for the Preston Knights, Logan Manier, 5'10", senior. And the last one is Scott Stone, our quarterback, a 5'9", 170, junior. It's about ready for time for kickoff here at Preston High School. It is pink out night here in Preston Knights. The fans now are starting to make their way down to the bleachers. It's been raining here off and on here for the last hour and a half, and they're waiting to the last minute, and the bleachers are starting to fill up now, Steve.
To start tonight's game, the toss was won by Buckhannon Upshur.
I told you it was a late arriving crowd.
And defend the goal to the south. Our Knights will kick off and defend the goal to the north. Please welcome your 2014 Fighting Knights of Preston High.
Here comes the remainder of the Preston High Knights onto the field, Gary, and they're fired up here tonight on pink out night here on the mountaintop.
All right, it's important tonight that we get off to a good start. Buckhannon will take the kickoff, and again, you watch out for number 20, Brandon Mallett, and number 21, Marcus Lofton, and also don't forget the quarterback, number 3, the Goddard boy. He's not a speedster, but he can handle the ball for the Buckhannon Upshur Buccaneers.
Given these weather conditions, the Knights have to focus defensively, not give up any big plays early here, get settled into a good rhythm, and force Buckhannon into a 3-and-out or into a couple of possessions and a long punt situation to give the Knights good field position.
Start out the way we did against University High School, the number 3 ranked team in AAA last week. We start off well. We were leading at 17-14 at halftime over USH. Start off the same way tonight. Kickoff, Ryan Farrell has been making sure that we've been kicking the ball down inside probably the 15 or 10-yard line, and the opposing team has a long field. So sit back and relax and watch the Preston Knights take on the Buckhannon Upshur Buccaneers.
Farrell, a dual threat, both soccer and football player. Soccer's over now. He can concentrate on this.
Onside kick. Preston Knights
Well, that's a little change up there from Coach Tennant.
Preston Knights recovered it.
And I'll tell you what, Gary, the Knights did a great job. They had the hands team out there. They got around that ball, just walked it down the field like a little dog on a leash, and then fell on it once it went 10 yards.
I don't know if that was Josiah Noose who was on that ball, or which one of them. There was 3 or 4 black jerseys waiting to go to the necessary 10 yards. So Preston will take over here on the onside kick, 1st and 10 on their 50-yard line.
Well, that sets Buckhannon back on their heels right from the get-go. We've got the officials discussing something here now, and they've got a real striped shirt conference going right at midfield.
Preston did this against University High School beginning of the second half last week. Evidently, Coach Tennant had observed something in the film studies. So I guess officials now have
they've got it all sorted out. The Knights with the ball right on the 50-yard line. Scott Stone under center, set to go.
Got a flag down already.
The ball carrier. Stop made by number 20, Brandon Mallet. Flag on the play. Holding against the Knights.
You saw Mallett's quickness there defensively as he was tracking Josiah Noose all the way.
Marked off from the spot of the foul. That'll take the ball back to the Preston 37-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 20 for the Knights. Buckhannon Upshur up there in an 8-man front. Scott Stone is in motion.
They did the direct snap back to Noose. And he brings it across to the near sideline. Out of bounds.
That's something new.
Inside the 45-yard line there in Buckhannon territory.
We'll make it 2nd down and 5 for the Preston Knights.
Another new wrinkle there in Coach Tennant's playbook.
I saw Scott Stone coming in motion. I said, now what's going on here? that's a new wrinkle on the part of our offensive coordinator.
All right, Stone this time between the two backs in the gun. And the give to Noose going around the left side.
He's going to pick up the 1st down.
So a little hiccup to begin the drive, but the Knights with a little trickeration, they get right back on the horse and gallop downfield and pick up the 1st down. Now from the 40-yard line of Buckhannon, the Knights trying to sustain the drive here.
Buckhannon jumped off sides. Looking at the offensive starting lineup, number 54, Blake Miller at center, Bub DeWitt, right guard, Tim Dalton, right tackle, Casey Shrout, the tight end, Matt Biggins, left guard, Robbie Schaefer, left tackle, quarterback, Scott Stone, fullback, Austin Powell, tailback, Josiah Noose, wing wideouts, Austin Newsom, Logan Manier.
Low snap handled by Stone.
Austin Powell, what a Powell driver. Woo. Now he bowled some people over there. Takes the ball down to the Buckhannon 18-yard line, where another 1st down for the Preston Knights.
And I thought it was a flag that got thrown. Somebody's mouthpiece came shooting out of the pile there, went flying high in the air, and it was yellow like the officials' laundry.
Coach Chandler's put in some new wrinkles here in our offense for this ball game tonight. Noose brings it around in motion, but no yardage.
He ran out of blockers that time, Gary, and there was a host of Buckhannon Upshur white jerseys waiting at the end of the line there. Second and 10 from the 18. And the Buccaneers stiffen here in the red zone, Gary.
Stopped in the backfield by number 5 for the Buckhannon Buccaneers.
Loss of 4. Make it 3rd down and 10. Stone in the shotgun, noose in motion. Pow!
Number 44, Austin Powell, ball carrier.
I tell you what, Buckhannon's reaching for that football when those runners come up there. They're trying to pull that ball loose from our ball carriers.
It's a cold, wet, sloppy evening down there on the turf. You better believe they figure that ball is going to be slippery and hard to hang on to.
All right, 4th down and 12 to go for the Preston Knights on the Buckhannon 20-yard line.
And I'm a little surprised we didn't see Ryan Farrell come out for this one.
Maybe a little bit too long from him. That's. Oh, and he's in and out of Josiah Noose's hands.
Right on the 10-yard line. And the ball will go over on downs now. So we'll have the Buccaneers back at their own 19-yard line. Now they'll get an opportunity to show us what they wanted to show us at the beginning of the quarter.
We do not have we don't know who that number 5 is.
Stop made by number 84, Colton Patterson.
We're going to have to check at halftime.
We'll get you a number, folks.
Second down and 10, second down and 8. Fullback, Llewellyn.
Buccaneers not doing anything too tricky here right at the outset. 7:33, you see it there on the turning clock. First quarter action here on the Atlantic Broadband Cable Network. And we thank you for tuning in to Preston Knight Varsity Football here.
3rd and 3. Buckhannon on their own 28-yard line. That's going to be mighty close, mighty close.
Second effort may yield enough yardage to get the first down. Let's see where the official spots this.
Right foot or left foot?
Yeah.
Oh, gave him a left foot mark.
He gave him the left foot mark, and that's going to be enough for a first
that'll
down.
give him the first down. A right foot mark would have been 4th down. First and 10, Buckhannon on their own 30-yard line here opening quarter, 7:04. Quick out, Lofton. Got it, the quarterback just stood up and bingo.
And Lofton with the good hands there.
He went down there and sat
Grabbed
down.
that pass. Was tackled immediately.
Set right down in front of our corner over there.
Pickup of 6 on first down makes it 2nd and 4. And the Buccaneers getting a breakaway here.
Touchdown, Buckhannon Upshur.
Yeah, we don't have a number for that kid.
Everybody will know who he is in a little bit if he keeps playing like this.
Well, I would think that may be the Mallet boy, but they may have changed numbers on him. But anyway, we'll find out here in a minute, because none of our secondary could catch him, and he's as fastest kid on the Buckhannon team.
Now that looks suspiciously like Mallet.
PAT's good. Buckhannon goes up 7-0.
Gets the extra point, and with 6 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the first quarter, the score: Buckhannon Upshur 7, Preston Knights 0.
Well, the Buccaneers stake themselves to a 7-0 advantage here on the mountaintop with 6 minutes remaining in the first quarter of play, and now the Knights will have to retrench here, take the ensuing kickoff, and sustain a drive all the way to pay dirt and keep this one close. Don't want to go down by 2 scores early to this opportunistic Buccaneer squad. But as Gary Livengood does some checking here, we'll find out. But I like him assume that Marcus Lofton is in disguise tonight on Halloween. His Halloween costume bears a number 5. That's the bet from here. Mr. Livengood is back with a big grin on his face. He's wearing number 5 for Halloween, isn't he, Gary?
It's Jordan Dean.
Jordan Dean.
Jordan Dean.
All right.
5'9" senior.
Not Marcus Lofton. I would have sworn that was Lofton.
Now we got that mystery taken care of.
And Preston,
number 23,
with a good return, will own the ball at just about their own 38-yard line.
Yeah, that was a big play let go by the Preston defense, and we haven't been doing that much this year. The Dean boy just broke it up the middle and just outran our secondary.
Yeah, nearly a saving tackle at the shoelace level, but pretty fleet of foot.
Fumble.
Oh, and Buckhannon gets the ball back, and that is a big break for the Buccaneers right here.
Buccaneers will take over 1st and 10 on the Knights' 30-yard line.
That comes at the 6:04 mark, so the Knights possess that ball for mere seconds before turning it back over. And now we'll see what the Buccaneers have to pull out of the bag here. They're
going for it all. Good coverage over there by the Preston Knights, number 17, Dylan Smith.
For number 21, Marcus Lofton. Incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
We need to get out of this without any damage here, Steve, with that turnover.
Well, to do that, we're going to have to keep an eye now, not just on 21, Lofton, but also on number 5. And Buckhannon right now is winning the battle up the middle.
Carried by number 32, Colton Payne. Stop made by number 22, Austin Newsom. First down, Buccaneers.
Buckhannon advances the ball down to the Knight 20.
Straight up the middle. By quarterbacks.
Ball carried by number 3, Dylan Valdette. Stop made by number 34, Casey Shroud.
Gain of 6. I'll be second Second down and about 3 or 4. Turning clock here in the first quarter. Buckhannon driving again for their second touchdown.
The Knights doing everything they can to try and prevent that, but here the Buccaneers break one on the counter, and I don't believe he was touched on his way to the end zone.
He was. Encounter Wyckoff.
36, Austin Wilcox.
Yeah, the Buccaneers celebrate here in the rain.
We didn't stay at home that time. He could have drove a Mack truck up through that hole.
Set for the extra point, and the snap gets away. That's going to be covered by the Knights, and with 5:04 remaining in the first period, the extra point goes awry, and it's a 13-0 Buckhannon Upshur lead.
13, Preston High 0.
And the play of the along the line cannot be very pleasing to Coach Tennant and the staff right now, Gary. The Knights are getting pushed around at this point, and that's not something that they have done this year, not something that they like to do, and they take more pride in their line play than to let that go on for very long, I do believe.
Yes, that's probably the worst 2 series on defense that we've had here for a long time for the Preston Knights. Of course, that fumble didn't help any, give them a short field on the Preston Knights here in this first quarter. The rain has slacked off a little bit here, Steve, but again, it's a cool evening here at Knight Stadium. Pretty good sized crowd here at Pink Night.
Lofton set to kick this one away. And it's a low line drive, and that's going to go out of bounds.
So I think Preston Knight goes out of bounds. I think we're going to take the ball, on the 40-yard line? Where it'll be first and 10.
That. Yeah, indeed. The Knights will have good field position to begin this series. Nose of the ball at the 35.
Blake Miller all over the ball for the Preston Knights. Going to the power I formation again. Well, they're just controlling the line of scrimmage here in the first quarter. Of course, when you got 8, 9 men there on the line coming up there and filling all those gaps, just nowhere to block.
They stack the runner up after a short gain.
If you watch here, that Buckhannon defense, they're bringing those linebackers up and sticking up there in all those gaps.
Second and a long 9 for Preston here from the gun.
Dylan Smith.
Smith's got a motor.
He'll take it down to the 29-yard line where it'll be first and 10 Preston.
Smith was picking them up and putting them down pretty quick there, Gary.
By number 22, Jack Garcia.
We have a Knight down. I have no idea who it is. Nice run by Dylan Smith. 5'7", 145-pound junior for the Preston Knights.
Knights will take a knee as the trainers come out now to assess the situation.
As we talked before, Steve, this is a crucial game for the Preston Knights in the state playoffs. You lose tonight, you go to 5-4. And next week, you got the number 1 ranked AA school in the state coming in here, the Bridgeport Indians, coming into the Knight Stadium next week. And they're a AA school. You'll get some points if you beat them, but not as many.
Probably not
triple.
Enough to help at that point if you absorb 2 losses here. All depends after tonight on what some other teams do. The Knights can be helped or hurt by how things go, not just around the Big Ten, but throughout the AAA ranks.
Yeah, if you look at the playoffs we were looking at here earlier, we need some help from Musselman, Parkersburg, GW.
Number 18, Logan Manier, shaking up on the play.
So we need a little help from those other schools to win. It's like Musselman, they're ranked 14th. They play Martinsburg, and they'll probably go 6-4. Woodrow Wilson will probably go into the playoffs at 6-3 and make it. Parkersburg right now is 4-4. They could go 6-4. GW could go 6-4. So we're right there in that bunch of AAA schools there that we need help, and we need to win tonight first. Win tonight and take care of business and go from there.
And to do that, we've got to start blocking a little better.
Yeah, that Buckhannon team right now, we're going to have to, like you said, block a little better. They're coming up into their linebackers and filling up all those gaps in there, and we're just not getting any space for Josiah to run.
Noose corralled on the play, bringing up 2nd down and 10. Nose of the ball at the Buckhannon 29-yard line. Knights were this deep in Buccaneer territory once before.
Boy, look at that. They just split up through there. 32 came up through there, that one hole, about tackled him before he even got the football. That will make it 3rd down and about 16 here for Preston on the Buckhannon 35-yard line with 3:17 to go here in the opening quarter. Buckhannon 13, Preston 0.
Stone looking to throw near side.
Incomplete.
Pass incomplete, low on the near side at the 25-yard line.
Intended for Peanut Boyles. He was open. It just bounced into him. So Preston will go ahead and take their 4th down here. Stone over to the sideline to get the play from offensive coordinator Tom Chandler. Casey Shrout wide out.
Stone did a nice job stepping up, eluding the initial rush, but stayed in the pocket a little too long that time, Gary.
Yes, they lost about 5 or 6 yards, so Buckhannon will take over for their 3rd series here from their own 39-yard line.
Another little counter that time. No fooling the Knights as everybody stayed at home and did their job.
Steve, I've been looking for number 20, their best player, the Mallet boy, and I haven't seen him on the field. Have you seen number 20 on the field? He got an ankle injury last week against Fairmont Senior and didn't know if he's going to play tonight, and all reports were that he was going to play.
But, could have been a game-time decision,
yes.
And maybe they wanted to see how things went. Now leading 2 scores and with the ball, maybe they're resting him.
But anyway, the Dean boy took over for him on that long run from scrimmage here a little while ago. Okay, Preston, that's 3rd down and 10. Big stop here, making punt. We need to get on the board here in the first quarter, down 13-0.
carried by number 21, Marcus Lofton.
Lofton did an awful lot of running around.
Our defensive end didn't stay home that time, and luckily we had the corners come up there and the linebacker come up there and stop him short of the first down. It's 4th down and 4 for the Buckhannon, and they're going to go for it here, up 13-0.
Knights need to hold on right here, get a stop, and they're not going to do it.
Nope.
49, Chase Llewellyn. Stop made by number 11, Scott Stone.
Number 49, I'll tell you what, looking at his 5'9", 190, he's built low to the ground.
And going on 4th down deep in their own territory that way, that's like a punch in the mouth to the Knights right there.
They don't have any worrying about our defense. That will probably be the last play of the first quarter here with 15 seconds to go.
Stop by the center of the 19. 2nd down.
Get that defense going.
Buccaneers are just going to walk out of the huddle and head to the far side. Knights will come over and discuss some strategy here. We'll take a quick break for these messages and be back with the start of second quarter action right after this on Cable Channel 7, your hometown TV station.
Knights would like to thank their sponsors, Rudy Heber Properties, Mylan Pharmaceuticals.
Don't you wish things were made the way they used to be made? Hi, I'm Kent Foltz with Delano's Furniture and Mattress. Introducing to you the Almost Heaven Collection by Imperial Mattress Company. A two-sided mattress you can actually flip over. If you want quality and value, the Almost Heaven Collection's for you. Only available here at Delano's and made right here in West Virginia. Come get wowed by the Almost Heaven Collection. Delano's Furniture and Mattress, Route 7 Terra Alta and Route 7 Reedsville.
Cool Springs Grocery is there when you need them with what you need. If you're looking for a quick bite, check out the great eats and cold drinks. You can fill up your tank and your car's tank too with quality gasoline. Just about anything you might need, you'll find at Cool Springs Grocery. In a hurry, next time you're on your way to Morgantown, stop by Cool Springs Grocery on the Kingwood Pike. Cool Springs Grocery, there when you need them with what you need.
There's been an accident. The emergency has left you with physical trauma and legal issues to deal with. The bills are piling up, and you're overwhelmed. Where do you turn for legal representation?
Hi, I'm Paul Eastep.
And I'm Steve Schaefer.
We're attorneys practicing right here in your home county of Preston.
Centrally located on West Main Street in Kingwood, just across from McDonald's, the offices of Eastep and Schaefer are an easy drive from anywhere in Preston County.
You don't have to go outside Preston County to hire a lawyer with the know-how, the experience, and the knowledge to represent you fairly in a serious personal injury matter. Call us at Eastep and Schaefer at 329-6003 or visit us on the web at www.eastepschaeferlaw.com.
Hut 1, Hut 2, Hut 3.
Buck! What do you think you're doing?
I'm just trying to teach these ladies how to play football.
You leave those girls alone and get back to work.
But they want to play.
Hi, Buck. You better get in there and get my winter treads on and check my brakes and change the oil. We have to get to the Preston High football game, you fool.
Rainbow Tire, the tire lady takes care of me.
Talk to people who've gotten their collision damage repaired at MCR. They'll tell you their vehicle comes back looking like new. MCR has been making cars and trucks look like new for nearly 30 years now. It's because they do it so well. Whether it's taking care of those little dents and dings or complete collision repair, MCR is the place to call. The number's 329-3033. MCR Collision in Albright. Your car or truck will look like it just rolled off the showroom floor.
We return to the mountaintop as the Knights break out of the huddle on the near side here and get set to try and make a defensive stand, Gary. They've got to turn this around as the rain begins to come down a little harder again here at Preston High. Knight Stadium, Gary Livengood and Steve Blake here with you for more Preston High varsity football action.
Short gain by Buckhannon.
Nice tackle by Austin Powell.
Yeah.
Stop made by number 34, Casey Shroud. That'll bring up third down for the
We have Colton Tasker, defensive end. Buck DeWitt at nose tackle. Austin Powell at defensive end. Dylan McCroby's also been seeing a lot of playing time for the Preston Knights. Logan Manier at the stud linebacker. Casey Shroud at the Sam linebacker.
And Manier right now with the helmet off down here, still getting that leg attended to. We'll see if he can get back in this game.
number 5, Jordan King, the ball.
Peanut Boyles comes up and makes a tackle deep in Buckhannon territory. That make it 4th down and 11. So I'm sure Buckhannon's going to punt this time.
Well, you would think so. I mean, leading by 2 scores.
Baker back for the Preston Knights.
Nice end-over-end punt. It takes a Buckhannon bounce and a hop. It's going to go out of bounds. They're going to mark that around, around the 22, 23-yard line, Gary?
Somewhere in that area. They've learned, opposition's learned not to punt or kick directly to us because we've had good return teams on the punt and kickoff teams, and so kicker just decided we'll just kick her out and give them a long field here. Back to the power I formation now. Whoa, I think there's a little late hit.
Number 24, Josiah Newsom, ball carrier, stop made by number 30.
So a hole that time in that line, that offensive line's getting things tracked up now.
Fired up a little bit now.
They'll get fired up here.
Second down and 6 for the Knights.
Fumble. Scott Stone, wet ball. I mean, it's starting to pour down here again at Knight Stadium.
Stone dropped to his knees there and dove after that one. And the Knights are able to hang on to the possession. Now they'll face a rather long 3rd down.
Another fumble.
And the Buccaneers come up with that one. Ouch.
Scott Stone, I don't know whether he backed out too soon or just a wet ball and it's cold out. It's cold out here and wet football.
Whatever the miscommunication is, it's killing the Knights right now. That's That's the third fumble and the fourth, the second lost fumble here this evening. And we started out with such great special teams play with the onside kick recovery to begin the game, but it really slid off the top of the hill after that. Long throw beyond the reach of his receiver there.
Intended for Jordan Dean. Will make it 2nd down and 10 on the Preston 26-yard line. Okay, defense, you got to hold him here again.
The Buccaneers making no bones about it. They want to go for a quick score here.
Mallet, was that number 20?
Number 20, Brandon
yes.
Mallet, the ball carrier.
It's the first time tonight I think we've heard his name called.
That'll bring up 3rd down for Buckhannon Upshur.
Gain of about 4 or 5. That'll be 3rd down and 5 for Buckhannon. 8:37 to go in the first half. Buckhannon 13, Preston 0.
Nose of the ball just inside the night 23.
Fumble.
Flag on the flag.
I think we're going to have a penalty on Buckhannon.
Illegal procedure is the call against Buckhannon Upshur.
Trying to keep a dry ball in there for the quarterback.
Difficult, if not impossible, to do in these conditions.
3rd down and 10 for Buckhannon on the Preston 28-yard line. Gollett. Dylan Smith.
Pass complete to number 21, Marcus Lofton. Stop made by number 22, Austin Newsom. 4th down for the Buccaneers.
4th and 6. It's very important right now, Steve, that we hold him here and get down and score before halftime. Get back in this football game here at Knight Stadium.
Well, step one is we have to hold on 4th down.
Big
play right here. Oh, he takes a deep drop trying to set up the screen, and they work it to perfection.
Number 49, Chase Llewellyn, good for a Buckhannon Upshur touchdown.
Yeah, they got it, let our lineman come in there, and he just waited and waited and waited, and Llewellyn dropped out, took it into the end zone.
And Llewellyn with some nice wheels once he caught the ball and turned downfield there.
Buckhannon going for 2. Little
flicker action there.
Incomplete. Little trickery.
No good. And with 7 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the
So at the 7:40 mark, the Knights trail 19-0. And Preston will face a long field here, and they've got to get something going offensively before halftime. They can't wait around and be a second half team against these Buccaneers, Gary.
No, they can't. Again, Buckhannon's 5-3. We're 5-3, and we played a lot of similar opponents. Steve, when you look at the scores, so we need to get something going here on offense. Noose deep for Preston, along with Dylan Smith, our leading kickoff returner.
And the Buccaneers will do anything they can to keep the ball out of either of those gentlemen's hands.
Lofton, Squibber along the ground.
Covered at the 34-yard line.
Peanut Borals. Casey Shrout recovered. Good field position down here for the Preston Knights with 7:37 to go here in the second quarter.
Time for a sustained drive here by the Knights.
Going back to the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to the left. Dylan Smith gained about 1 or 2.
Stop made by number 50, Mitchell Williams. Second down.
Powell up the middle, close. First down territory.
He may move the sticks with that carry. Again,
Well,
it all depends on the spot.
Now they've moved it back a yard or so here.
That's a big difference from where I thought he ended up. But obviously the officials right down there on top of the action.
Need this first down now, Scotty.
Number 44, Austin Powell, the ball carrier.
Austin Powell gets the first down.
Yeah, Powell with more than enough on that carry to secure the down.
Faked me out. I didn't see where the ball was till the last minute.
Nice job by Stone on selling that one.
Newsom here flanked out to the left. Newsom in motion. Fumble! Buckhannon picks it up. And guess who it is? Llewellyn.
Llewellyn just opportunistic, as are all the Buccaneers, and he just around that ball, and he says, oh, look what I got here.
Josiah Noose is coming to the sidelines. He got hammered pretty good out there on that fumble.
Small but vocal Buccaneer following down below us here. They've built kind of a tent city, Gary, so I can't get a count on how many of them there really are, but they're delighted by this turn of events.
Fumble on the snap. 25-0. Buckhannon with 16:13 to go in the first half. Is that 4 or 5 turnovers for us, Steve?
That's 4 turnovers.
And they've scored off all 4 of them. They've had points.
Preston just can't seem to get untracked here.
Now, Coach Tennant, when we were talking on the coach's show, he said, you know, this happened last year. We went over there and played our hearts out to get to University High School and went up to Buckhannon and things just didn't go together. And it looks like the same thing is happening here tonight. They just played their hearts out last week up University High School and just not getting any breaks, and things are just not going our way here tonight.
Well, still more than a complete half of football left to play with 6:13 remaining in just this second period. So the Knights will not give up, and they need to see what they can do to turn it around right here. We need a big play to spark the Knights' enthusiasm, Gary.
Yeah, we need to run back or long run back, or we need to score a quick touchdown here before we go in here at halftime. Yeah, they're going to keep squibbing that ball. Peanut Boral. All right, we're going to have good field position. 1st and 10, our own 44-yard line with 6:07 to go in the first half.
Nice job by Peanut. Brought that ball back about 9 yards on the return.
Heavy cold mist now on Knight Stadium. Dillon will gain it 4 yards. Noose in the slot. Newsom wide out over here to the left. Scott looks. Is going to, shoestring tackle by Buckhannon. Scotty will take it up to, they may, that'll be about a yard short, Steve.
Yeah, again, it's going to depend on the official mark, but really close to first down territory as he negotiated the middle there very well and then slid down to save taking a big hit that you don't want your quarterback taking.
Stone going to get the first down.
Number 11, Stone on the keeper.
Nice call. Get that first down and keep those chains moving.
Stop made initially by number 69, Arthur Bennett. First down, Knights.
That awakens a little bit of the Preston crowd.
The band's starting to make a little noise down there. Get these people all revved up. Logan Manier wide to the right. Newsom to the left. Looking. Oh, any out of his hands. Said no INT.
Very close that time.
Wow, that came right out of Austin Newsom's hands. And I don't know what's looks like they called an interference. Or no, interception.
Pass intercepted by the Buccaneers. Will be first and 10.
And the player down by contact at the 35-yard line. Another ill-fated turn of events for the Knights here, Gary.
Yes, that's
4:20 remaining before the half, trailing 25-0. And it's all happened in the blink of an eye here as the Buccaneers have come in and staked their claim.
Just not taking care of the football. Mistakes. And we haven't had that many mistakes this year, Steve. If you look at the stat charts, we've taken good care of the ball all year. Of course, weather conditions, it's the same for both teams. So we'll use that for an excuse.
Illegal procedure against the Buccaneers.
4:20 to go here in the first half.
Procedure call will back the Buccaneers up 5, make it 1st and 15 at the 30.
Ball carried by number 32, Colton Payne. And there's a stop made by number 11, Scott Stone.
I'm surprised they got our quarterback playing safety here for the Preston Knights. He came up and made the tackle. Or Payne would have been looking for pay dirt.
Well, it's obvious the Knights are looking for any adjustment they can here to kind of stem the tide.
Number 32,
That'll be close first down territory for Buckhannon.
by number 75, Dylan McCroby.
First and 10 for Buckhannon on their own 46-yard line with 3:30 to go here in the second quarter. Thanks to Steve Blake, he brought us a heater in here to the booth.
I'm tired of hearing you complain about how cold it is up here.
Yeah, it's cold outside. You can see your breath, and that heater in here keeps things warm.
My pleasure, Mr. Livegood. You've earned it over the last 16 years. 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining before halftime here. And the mood somber in the Knights huddle right now. They have got to take their eyes off the scoreboard right now and not think about how far they're down and just look at putting one foot in front of the other and playing the next play and the next play and the play after.
I would say Buckhannon will just keep that ball on the ground. They're up 25-0 here in the second quarter, and just go from there.
And with the success they're having running the ball, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, Lofton brings it up for about 6 yards.
Well, we said going in that both of these teams needed to make a statement tonight. It was going to be one or the other. Unfortunately, the Buccaneers have come out screaming tonight, looking to make a statement after a frustrating loss in Fairmont last week. While I believe you're correct, Gary, the Knights, again, suffering a letdown after an emotional game at University High.
Ball carried by number 32, Colton Payne, stop made by the center of the Knights.
Colton Payne, 5'8", 225. Again, a big fullback. Just not bringing him down to the ground. Picks up another first down for Buckhannon. Turning clock here in the second quarter. 2 minutes to go.
And they just keep churning that ball straight ahead.
Llewellyn.
Chase Llewellyn, the ball carrier. Stop made by number 14, Ryan Deal. To bring up second down for the Buccaneers.
Llewellyn, that same play scored on last time.
And he's going to score on it again.
Scored on it again. If a play works in the first quarter, do it in the second quarter. 37-yard run by Chase Llewellyn, junior, 5'9", 190-pound fullback.
Preston has had their share of frustration fighting big fullbacks in the last two games, Gary.
I never expected this tonight, Steve, regardless of the University High School results.
No.
Because we've been playing such good ball this season. And, Buckhannon's a AAA school, but anyway, we're down 31-0 here with 1:15 to go in the first half. Starting to pour down the rain harder here again at Knights Stadium.
Preston's going to regroup, come out, get one more possession here. I look for this to be pretty quick. And the Knights will go off to the locker room and hopefully make some adjustments that result in better play in the second half.
We've got the firepower on offense, with Josiah Noose. We just have not got Josiah Noose by that first line here tonight. And once he just can't get by and can't get out into the open field where he can run.
And the biggest thing, the difficulty we've had hanging on to the football, weather-related or not, it's like they greased that little pig before they put him out there tonight.
We've had 5 turnovers. If I'm not mistaken, Buckhannon has scored 4 out of the 5 times that we've had turnovers. So they've taken advantage of our turnovers here tonight. And I think that was a result of that interception or recovery or fumble there earlier that they scored on. Josiah Noose. Going to bring it back to the 35-yard line. We need to get this offense geared up now. Blake Miller at center. Matt Biggins, guard. Robbie Schaefer, tackle. Bub DeWitt. Timmy Dalton, Casey Shrout. Lineman. Let's get her in gear. Just nobody open downfield. Scott Stone will take it up and get 5 yards out of a turning clock.
Preston sets with 45 seconds on the clock here. The ball comes back to Stone. And he fires it out to the left, and it's going to be incomplete. No, it is complete. Down low.
Austin Newsom, that'll give us a first down. He come out and just settled down. Scott Stone got it out to him. Scott brings it back to the line of scrimmage, and timeout for Preston.
Timeout comes with 28 seconds remaining in the first half of play.
Coach Tennant and Coach Chandler down talking to the offensive team, trying to get something drummed up here for the Preston Knights. 28 seconds ago here in the first half. Logan Manier just kind of hobbling off the field there for Preston. Preston High School cheerleaders trying to keep dry and warm. Night Maniacs, there's quite a few students down there in the student section. Trips to the left. Stone takes a snap. Boy, they brought the kitchen sink at him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 white jerseys coming down through there. And I think they're just going to let the clock run out here in the first half. Going up to the locker room down 31-0.
And that's the end of the first half.
All right, well, we come to the end of the half. Gary, a disappointing start here on pink out night as the Knights go to the locker room trailing 31-0.
Plus, like I said before, this was more like a playoff game. It's critical. We're down 31-0, but good things can happen in the second half.
Well, we'll see what kind of statement the Knights make here when we come back after these messages with more Prestonite varsity football. The pride of Preston County, the Marching Knights, up next here on Cable Channel 7, your hometown TV station.
Preston Memorial Hospital Urgent Care has a blood draw station right on site for your convenience. Do you have a health condition that requires you to have a standing order for routine lab work? Just bring your order with you and one of our friendly, helpful medical staff members will get you in and out quickly. No appointment needed, open 7 days a week, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Preston Memorial Hospital Urgent Care at the Route 7 Kingwood Pike intersection.
Don't you wish things were made the way they used to be made? Hi, I'm Kent Foltz with Delano's Furniture and Mattress. Introducing to you the Almost Heaven Collection by Imperial Mattress Company. A two-sided mattress you can actually flip over. If you want quality and value, the Almost Heaven Collection's for you. Only available here at Delano's and made right here in West Virginia. Come get wowed by the Almost Heaven Collection. Delano's Furniture and Mattress, Route 7 Terra Alta and Route 7 Reedsville.
Hut 1, Hut 2, Hut 3.
Buck! What do you think you're doing?
I'm just trying to teach these ladies how to play football.
You leave those girls alone and get back to work.
But they want to play.
Hi, Buck. You better get in there and get my winter treads on and check my brakes and change the oil. We have to get to the Preston High football game, you fool.
Rainbow Tire, the tire lady takes care of me.
When you visit Scott Ford and Schaefer GMC, you're liable to see people from Pennsylvania, other parts of West Virginia, as well as Maryland. And that's because the word is out. Scott Ford not only has a huge selection, makes your best deal, but has great service after the sale. It's as simple as that. When you're looking for a new or used car, truck, or SUV, make it Scott Ford, Schaefer GMC. Route 7 near Walmart, Kingwood. That's the dealer you can trust.
Choose the right path for your real estate needs. Locally owned Mountain Path Properties, LLC in Arthurdale. We provide full real estate services to all of North Central West Virginia. Our professional realtors are equipped to provide clients with the highest standard of service in the industry, and we value the opportunity to assist our neighbors and friends in buying, selling, leasing, or managing all types of property. Mountain Path Properties will even represent the buyer at no cost in any transaction, no matter which real estate company the property is listed with. So, don't just call a number on a sign. Call Mountain Path Properties and get a professional realtor that will work for you. Oh, and if you're thinking of selling your home, call us for a free market analysis to help determine the value of your property today.
Stop by the Manown Mini Mart, located at the intersection of Route 7 and Dogtown Road, just below Walmart, for all your game day supplies, cold drinks, and all your legal beverages, along with homemade fudge, cookies, and pepperoni rolls cooked fresh daily. Check out their Sunoco gas, the official fuel of NASCAR, and off-road fuel and diesel available. They also fill propane tanks. Randy and Linda Huggins, local owners, wish the Knights good luck on another fantastic season.
Brown's Mill Grocery invites you to stop by for anything you might need. If you're looking for a quick bite, Brown's Mill has buffet-style pizza, fresh subs, and cold drinks. Fill up your tank, and your car's tank too, with quality gasoline. Snacks, cold drinks, gasoline, anything you might need, you'll find at Brown's Mill Grocery. Brown's Mill Grocery at the corner of the Dogtown Road and Route 92. We look forward to seeing you soon at Brown's Mill Grocery.
I'd like to thank the student body and the Preston County community for supporting Preston football pink-out game. Preston Memorial Hospital reminds us that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. it is important to remember your annual screening. 1 in 8 women have breast cancer in their lifetime.
And now, the pride of Preston County. Take it away, Ashley Schaefer. the pride of Preston County. Mrs. Westbrook and Mrs. Bloom would like to take this opportunity to thank the Preston High Band Boosters for all their hard work. We really appreciate all your time and effort. If you haven't voted for Miss Concession Stand yet, head on up and vote for your favorite gal. And while you're there, buy some delicious food and candy from the Band Boosters. And as always, thank you for supporting the Marching Knights.
Don't you wish things were made the way they used to be made? Hi, I'm Kent Foltz with Delano's Furniture and Mattress. Introducing to you the Almost Heaven Collection by Imperial Mattress Company. A two-sided mattress you can actually flip over. If you want quality and value, the Almost Heaven Collection's for you. Only available here at Delano's and made right here in West Virginia. Come get wowed by the Almost Heaven Collection. Delano's Furniture and Mattress, Route 7 Terra Alta and Route 7 Reedsville.
Cool Springs Grocery is there when you need them with what you need. If you're looking for a quick bite, check out the great eats and cold drinks. You can fill up your tank and your car's tank too with quality gasoline. Just about anything you might need, you'll find at Cool Springs Grocery. In a hurry, next time you're on your way to Morgantown, stop by Cool Springs Grocery on the Kingwood Pike. Cool Springs Grocery, there when you need them with what you need.
There's been an accident. The emergency has left you with physical trauma and legal issues to deal with. The bills are piling up, and you're overwhelmed. Where do you turn for legal representation?
Hi, I'm Paul Eastep.
And I'm Steve Schaefer.
We're attorneys practicing right here in your home county of Preston.
Centrally located on West Main Street in Kingwood, just across from McDonald's, the offices of Eastep and Schaefer are an easy drive from anywhere in Preston County.
You don't have to go outside Preston County to hire a lawyer with the know-how, the experience, and the knowledge to represent you fairly in a serious personal injury matter. Call us at Eastep and Schaefer at 329-6003 or visit us on the web at www.eastepschaeferlaw.com.
Hut 1, Hut 2, Hut 3.
Buck! What do you think you're doing?
I'm just trying to teach these ladies how to play football.
You leave those girls alone and get back to work.
But they want to play.
Hi, Buck! You better get in there and get my winter treads on and check my brakes and change the oil. We have to get to the Preston High football game, you fool!
Rainbow Tire, the tire lady takes care of me.
Talk to people who've gotten their collision damage repaired at MCR. They'll tell you their vehicle comes back looking like new. MCR has been making cars and trucks look like new for nearly 30 years now. It's because they do it so well. Whether it's taking care of those little dents and dings or complete collision repair, MCR is the place to call. The number's 329-3033. MCR Collision in Albright. Your car or truck will look like it just rolled off the showroom floor.
Back at Preston High, Knights Stadium, on a rainy October 31st, Halloween, and it's been all tricks and no treats for the Preston Knights, Gary. The Buckhannon Upshur faithful in their little tent city noticeably more lighthearted than our Preston fans right now, and why wouldn't they be leading 31-0?
But we still have, look at the Maniacs there, Castle Maniacs or the Preston Maniacs hanging around here for the second half action. We still have a lot of Preston High fans sitting in the stands in a downpour here, getting ready to go into second half action. Our offensive line tonight, Steve, it just was and is not getting the job done to get Josiah Noose by, and 5 turnovers, and I think Buckhannon has scored 4 times out of the 5 turnovers that we had.
Yeah, the Buccaneers have been very opportunistic and very aggressive on the line, and they have won the battle in the trenches here so far this evening. And they've made the statement that we wanted to make, that we're here, we're a force to be reckoned with, and we're ready to play and play on into the postseason. But the Knights, unfortunately, have come up against uncertainty here in the first half of this game. They just didn't seem to be able to get off their heels and on their feet and run downhill the way we've seen them do.
Yeah, their star player, Brandon Mallett, I don't know whether he's still hurt from the other night, but he's only played once or 2 or 3 series tonight, and turns it over to Chase Llewellyn, a 5'9", 190-pound fullback. He scored 3 touchdowns here in the first half for Buckhannon.
And Llewellyn's like trying to tackle a bowling ball.
And Preston is just getting ready to come onto the field with 50 seconds to go here before start. We will receive the kickoff starting the second half, Steve. And it's so important that we get something out of our first drive here in the second half.
Right. Plenty of time with a whole half remaining here to turn this thing around. But the Knights have to do it on all 3 sides of the ball, as Coach Tennant would say. We can't have any special teams mistakes, obviously. We can't have anything but continuity on offense. We have to take the ball and drive it down Buckhannon's throat here in the second half. And defensively, we've got to win the battle in the trenches. We've got to stop them from getting big plays. The big plays are killing us, Gary.
They are. And turnovers. And again, our offensive line has been playing well this year. For some unknown reason, this game here is probably one of the poorest performances that we've had here with our offensive line. They're out warming up before second half action. I'd like to have been a little birdie or something in there at halftime and see what Coach Tennant and the other coaches were saying to encourage the boys to come out and play better in the second half.
These youngsters, they're smart football players. I'm sure that you didn't have to say a whole lot to any of these young men to get them motivated to come out here in the second half. They know that they did not perform up to their expectations and did not perform up to their usual standards here tonight. And, this is a team where everybody does take responsibility for their job. And for the Knights, it's just been more errors, more mistakes, more letdown in that first half than they're accustomed to seeing in any 2 or 3 games this season. And it's got to sting.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. And we take a look at Logan Manier coming back down onto the field. Got his helmet there, but obviously he's toughing it out. He's walking with a little bit of a gimp there.
Well, we're a second half football team. If you look at the scores quarter by quarter, second half all season, Steve, has been our best scoring in the first 8 ball games. So here comes the Preston Knights back to the sidelines, getting ready to receive second half kickoff here at Knights Stadium.
But the Knights traditionally have not played well from behind. They've done well in overcoming small leads by other teams, but 31 points, it's going to be an uphill battle. Everyone knows it's going to be an uphill battle. The Buckhannon Upshur Buccaneers know that all they have to do is get out here and grind this ball, run the clock, and go home with what for them would be a very, very big victory. If the Knights want this game, they're going to have to take it away. They're going to have to force Buckhannon Upshur to make mistakes. They're going to have to win this game by sheer will.
Buckhannon plays Elkins next week, Steve, and Elkins has won 3 ball games, so 7-3. But the second half yet here to play. And I'm sure again you're going to see some squib kicking or whatever by the Buckhannon team, because they know that we have a very good special teams on kickoff returns. Newsom Smith.
That ball down to about the 30, and it's going to be returned out over the 35, out to the 40, and Newsom takes it on to near the 41 if they mark this correctly.
Good field position now on the 40-yard line. Get things geared up here, start the second half action. Coach Tom Chandler talking to quarterback Scott Stone. Logan Manier kind of hobbles into the huddle.
And once again, Stone nowhere to go, all his receivers covered, and the pocket just collapses on him.
Loss of about 4 yards. It'll make it 2nd down and 14. Logan's coming back out of the ball game now. He just can't get around out there. He just giving it all he's got, and just it's not working. He just that ankle sprain just won't let him run. Dylan Smith in the slot. Scott Stone again back in the shotgun. Peanut ball into his hands and out. Dropped. Make it 3rd down and 15 for the Preston Knights on their own 35-yard line here in the 3rd quarter actions. In and out of the hands of Austin Newsom. Beautiful pass by Scott Stone right into the hands of Newsom, and he just couldn't
quite hold on to the wet ball there.
Couldn't bring it in. So Preston Knights will punt from their own 35-yard line. Good snap. I don't know who the kicker is.
Ball's going to take a sideways bounce right at midfield and be down by the Knights at the 50-yard line.
I don't know if that was Justin Moats or who was that kicked that ball, but very short punt. A 15-yard punt, so Buckhannon will take over 1st and 10 on their 50-yard line.
Preston immediately needs to put some pressure on here, cause a mistake.
Nice gang tackle by the defense.
Knights did a good job diagnosing the option there.
Joseph Boyles in on the tackle along with Ryan Deal. Colton Tasker.
Give the Buccaneers a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 9.
A lot of shifting and running around by the Buckhannon Upshur, and you just got to stay home with so many misdirection plays. Had him caught in the backfield by Brian Deal, but just squirmed loose and brought it up to the Preston 43-yard line. Third down and 3.
Knights have to take control of the line of scrimmage right here if they want to get this ball back quickly.
Colton Payne, the big fullback's in. Dean's going to get the first down, brings it up to the 39-yard line. Dylan Kale out there. First down, Buckhannon.
The Buccaneers can afford this kind of slow, methodical, plodding offense, Gary.
Want to keep that clock running as much as they can here.
Gaudet's pass falls incomplete.
Dylan Kale gave a big shot to God at that time after he got rid of the football. It'll be second down and 10. Just as we were talking about run the ball, and keep the clock turning.
They tried to surprise us.
Try to surprise a quick slant down the middle because there's nobody there. If you look at our defense, we don't have any safety.
Ball carried by number 36, Austin Wyckoff. Stop made by number 75, Dylan McCroby. Third down.
Third and 5 from the 33 now.
Wyckoff on the carry.
36, Wyckoff on the carry again. Initial stop made by number 75, Dylan McCroby. That'll bring up 4th and 1 for the Buccaneers.
Credit McCroby with holding the line on that one, Gary.
Yeah, Bub DeWitt was also in on that tackle.
And, of course, inside the Knight 30, it's 4-down territory here. The Buccaneers needing just a lone yard.
And they're going to get more than one. Takes it down to the 23-yard line.
Carried by number 5, Jordan Dean. Stop made by number 32, Joseph Boyles.
Dean has that quick first step when he cuts through the line right there. Doesn't take him long to pick up 4 or 5.
$7:50 to go here in the third quarter. Buckhannon 31, Preston 0. You are watching Preston Night Football, Atlantic Broadband Channel 7, your hometown TV station.
Oh, Laundry on the field again.
That will move Buckhannon back another 5 yards where it will be first down and 20.
The Buccaneers are getting too tricky for their own good here. I mean, yes, they're winding the clock, but
got so many people in motion, they don't know who to give the ball to, or which one is supposed to be in motion, which one's not. There's that center is wide open. It's been now wide open here all third quarter. We're selling out that middle, and their coaching staff noticed that there was no safety back there.
And they're taking full advantage of it.
Stop made by number 17.
They want to tack on another touchdown here.
Marcus Lofton into the middle that time with the catch, and a saving tackle down around the 5-yard line.
Ball carried by number 3. Dylan Gaudet. Stop made by number 88.
Takes it down to the 2-yard line where it'll be second down and gold. I don't know if 64 is just nice driving them back. See 64 get up before the ball was snapped.
The officials missed it apparently. We've got a Buccaneer player.
I think Bub DeWitt
in some distress there, and as he gets up,
a little bit of pain.
DeWitt's laying down flat on his back.
Our trainer goes in to Walls. Our next game will be next Friday here at Knight Stadium on November 7th when the top-ranked AA Bridgeport Indians come in here to Knight's Castle. They play West Fairmont tonight at West Fairmont, Steve. So we'll have our work cut out for us next week also.
Senior night next week here on the mountaintop. Come out and support the seniors. The Knights have a whole crop of upperclassmen that have done a great job all season long, and they deserve your support, folks. So come out and cheer for them on senior night here in our final home game and final regular season game.
14 seniors unofficial 14 seniors on the 2014 squad. Bub getting up. He may got a stinger. And those hurt for a little while, then they go away, and you can get up and go at it again.
Yeah, he's trying to work that off as he comes toward the near sideline here.
5:40 to go in the third quarter. Buckhannon 31, Preston 0. They're down on our 2-yard line where it was third down and gold. Incomplete pass.
That's pass broken up by number 22, Austin Newsom. Brings up fourth down.
Quarterback sneak into the end zone.
Yeah, the Buccaneers turn the trick on fourth down here. 5:04 remaining in the third period. bring the kicker out for this attempt, Gary.
Down and up. Buckhannon 38, Preston 0 with 5:04 to go in the third quarter.
Buckhannon Upshur 38, Preston High 0.
Who would ever thought this, Steve? Never I would expect this score.
Yeah, very surprising that the Knights have been unable to get anything going offensively here, and even more surprising that Buckhannon has just driven us up and down the field here tonight.
And we just, Josiah News, I tell you, we just can't get him out in the open anywhere where he can run.
Well, he's had relatively few touches on the ball here because we've had really no sustained offensive possessions. And, of course, the magic that he so often has shown us on special teams absent tonight because they know where he's at. They're going to keep the ball away from him.
Dylan Smith deep for Preston. Squib kick. Picked up a peanut. Borals. Again, very good field position for the Preston Knights. First possession of the second half, we got it at the 40. Now we're getting at our own 42-yard line. 1st and 10. Coach Chandler talking to Scotty Stone. Joseph Boyles going into the lineup. Trips here to the left.
Sends pass complete to number 24 to Josiah News.
And we see News get an opportunity to handle the ball once again, turns it into positive yardage, takes that ball out near midfield.
Powell back into the ball game.
Here's Noose in the slot on the near side.
Pitch and catch to Austin Newsom. 1st and 10.
Made by number 22, Jack Garcia. Having a first down for the Preston Knights.
Now Preston moves the ball over midfield. They've got something going here that they can build on, Gary.
Scott Stone breaks tackles, takes it down to the 31-yard line.
Yeah, Stone did a nice job weaving his way through the secondary there and then diving ahead.
I think that will be a first down. Another first down for the Preston Knights. Casey Shroud in it back. Another pitch and catch. Newsom. Takes it down to the 20-yard line. Buckhannon's going to take a timeout. Say, no, here is enough of that. Let's circle the wagons down here on this defense.
Well, the Knights have caught fire here this possession, Gary. Completing passes, making good decisions on the ground with the ball and moving it ahead, and good ball security this time. We're not fumbling the ball loose here. The rain has let up, and it's a little easier to get a grip, and so the Knights having some success with this possession, trying to get something going here in the second half as we're at the 4:01 mark of the third period. And as you look at Knight Stadium here, the press box pretty full and folks standing around the edges, but it's gotten a little quiet in the stands.
Noose back in the slot. Newsom left, Dylan Smith to the right. Newsom motion.
Noose motioned all the way across the formation that time, took the handoff, just couldn't get out there and turn the corner. Buckhannon did a nice job stringing that play out, Gary.
Flag down and an official holding against Preston. Austin Powell.
We also have Pyle down.
He's been grabbing that hamstring there for the last 2 or 3 plays, and just may have tightened up on him. The weather's cold down there, and looks like he's trying to rub a Charlie horse out or some kind of a muscle problem. Also, the big tough boy, he'll be up out of there.
Yeah, he'll come to the near sideline, get a little attention from the trainers, and he'll be back.
5'9", 220. And he's got just muscle cramp. We're way back. We're 1st and 20 now after that holding penalty. Back to the Buckhannon 31-yard line. Stone's been throwing a lot of short hitch patches here, passes to, I was ill-advised, but it falls incomplete. Dylan Smith was intended receiver. Incomplete.
Pass intended out there for, was that Logan Manier back in the game?
Yeah, and he's limping again.
He pulled up short on that one, and he's trying to go, and he just doesn't have the wheels for it now. That sprain is just pulling him down. But a tough kid, and one of our seniors who doesn't want to give up here in this next to last contest. And so he's giving it his all out there.
Complete.
Pass complete to number 17, Dylan Smith.
Smith dragging a man with him for about 8 yards.
Yeah, they'll take that down about the 16, 17-yard line, where it'll be 4th down and looks like about 6 yards to go. Casey Strout set back to help block. Official calls it incomplete. So Buckhannon will take over on the Preston 18-yard line.
Buccaneers will take over 1st and 10.
And Deal in on the tackle along with Bub DeWitt.
Initial stop made by number 14, Ryan Deal. Second down.
Tackle by Austin Newsom.
Pass complete to number 21, Marcus Lawson. Number 32, Joseph Boyles, and number 22, Austin Newsom, in on the stop. That'll bring up second down.
Chain gang over there sleeping. Officials had to hold the game up to move the chains for Buckhannon. Fumble. Quarterback comes out of the pile with the football. Make it second down and 10.
Officials holding up play while they call for a new ball here.
They've thrown in 2 or 3 of them there. So now here we go. Second down and 10. Buckhannon on their own 27-yard line.
And the Knights just blow that one up.
Austin Newsom was in there and got that before he even got to turn around and hand the ball off. Third down and long way to go. Third down and 13.
And incomplete pass at the 45.
So Buckhannon will punt from their own 25-yard line. Josiah Noose going deep.
Noose hovering around the Knights' 41-yard line.
Nice punt.
Josiah took that at the 42, brought it to the near side, up over the 50, and out at the 53.
Again, we've had good field position tonight, Steve, but we just can't get into the end zone.
Haven't been able to sustain our drives.
Josiah quickly onto the field. Ball intended for Newsom. Slipped on a wet field. Incomplete. Second down and 10.
Inside a minute to go here in the third period now. 57 seconds on a stopped clock as the Knights huddle.
Nice catch by Newsom, but out of bounds. Third down and 10. Miscommunication between Scott Stone and Newsom that time. So that'll make it fourth down and 10.
Bring up fourth down for the Knights.
47 seconds. Looks like they're going to go for it here on the Buckhannon 46-yard line.
Yeah, at this point you've got no real choice. You've got to try and make something happen with just barely over 1 quarter remaining in the contest. And Stone is going to be sacked way back inside the 40, slung down near the 36-yard line. Buckhannon just pinned their ears back and sent everybody that time, Gary.
Payne broke through the gap. Just Stone didn't even have time to turn around. So they'll take over on the Preston 39-yard line with just seconds to go here in the third quarter. Up 38-0. Still no safety back for the Knights. Mallard trying to break loose. Run down over there by Casey Shroud.
Brandon Mallett, the ball carrier. Stop made by number 34, Casey Shroud.
Loss of about 5 yards. Will be third down. Second down and 14, we'll say 15.
And that's going to be the last play of the third period. So we come to the end of 3 with the Knights trailing 38-0. We can't get that goose egg off the board here. Going to try to own the fourth quarter and see what can be done about that right after we come back from these messages by the folks who bring you Preston Knight Varsity football all season long on Cable Channel 7, your hometown TV station. And we'll be back.
Don't you wish things were made the way they used to be made? Hi, I'm Kent Foltz with Delano's Furniture and Mattress. Introducing to you the Almost Heaven Collection by Imperial Mattress Company. A two-sided mattress you can actually flip over. If you want quality and value, the Almost Heaven Collection's for you. Only available here at Delano's and made right here in West Virginia. Come get wowed by the Almost Heaven Collection. Delano's Furniture and Mattress, Route 7 Terra Alta and Route 7 Reedsville.
Cool Springs Grocery is there when you need them with what you need. If you're looking for a quick bite, check out the great eats and cold drinks. You can fill up your tank and your car's tank too with quality gasoline. Just about anything you might need, you'll find at Cool Springs Grocery. In a hurry, next time you're on your way to Morgantown, stop by Cool Springs Grocery on the Kingwood Pike. Cool Springs Grocery, there when you need them with what you need.
There's been an accident. The emergency has left you with physical trauma and legal issues to deal with. The bills are piling up, and you're overwhelmed. Where do you turn for legal representation?
Hi, I'm Paul Eastep.
And I'm Steve Schaefer.
We're attorneys practicing right here in your home county of Preston.
Centrally located on West Main Street in Kingwood, just across from McDonald's, the offices of Eastep and Schaefer are an easy drive from anywhere in Preston County.
You don't have to go outside Preston County to hire a lawyer with the know-how, the experience, and the knowledge to represent you fairly in a serious personal injury matter. Call us at Eastep and Schaefer at 329-6003 or visit us on the web at www.eastepschaeferlaw.com.
Hut 1, Hut 2, Hut 3.
Buck! What do you think you're doing?
I'm just trying to teach these ladies how to play football.
You leave those girls alone and get back to work.
But they want to play.
Bye, Buck. You better get in there and get my winter treads on and check my brakes and change the oil. We have to get to the Preston High football game, you fool.
Rainbow Tire, the tire lady takes care of me.
Talk to people who've gotten their collision damage repaired at MCR. They'll tell you their vehicle comes back looking like new. MCR has been making cars and trucks look like new for nearly 30 years now. It's because they do it so well. Whether it's taking care of those little dents and dings or complete collision repair, MCR is the place to call. The number's 329-3033. MCR Collision in Albright. Your car or truck will look like it just rolled off the showroom floor.
At the Landing Dental Spa, our goal is to provide quality dental care at a relaxed spa-like atmosphere. Dental chairs with heat and massage, warm neck wraps, and personal TVs make your appointment as stress-free as possible. Located off the Pierpont exit, now accepting new patients of any age. Call 304-594-2200 today and visit our website at www.thelandingdentalspa.com to schedule an appointment. The Landing Dental Spa, a healthy smile with peace of mind.
Well, Preston coming out to start the fourth period, trailing the Buckhannon Upshur Buccaneers, surprisingly by a score of 38-0 here at home.
Steve, looking down the Preston schedule, the fewest points we've scored all year was against a top-ranked Lewis County team. We scored 14 points, and then we scored 22 against Hampshire, 42 against North Marion, 32 Elkins, 35 Hedgesville, 37 East Fairmont, 25 against one of the best defenses in the state, University High School. We just can't get things clicking tonight.
Yeah, I agree, Gary. It's mystifying to some extent because the Knights came into this game knowing that everything was on the line here. And the Buccaneers have just outplayed us on all three sides of the ball. They've outperformed. I won't say outplayed.
Now look at that. See that? They had three black jerseys all over that ball carrier, and they let him slip out. They had him in the backfield. And I don't know what the officials are calling. Looked like he fumbled it through the end line.
Yeah, I don't know if he let go of the ball before he got to the end line.
So both officials are checking. Oh, they did. He fumbled it through the end line.
Well, that'll be Preston's ball. If that turns out to be the case.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think but the poor tackling over there. We had three black jerseys all over him, and they were all trying to get him around the shoulder pads. And boom, he breaks loose and takes it down, and someone caught him. I don't know if it's Dylan Smith or who it was, and knocked the ball out of his hand and went through the end line. So Preston,
at this point, I can't fault the boys for wanting to tackle the ball instead of the man, but it's been that way all night. It's just been a series of errors that have led to disasters and big plays, and the Knights have not given up those big plays in any game like they have in this game, Gary.
Logan Meniere's back in, limping. Boy, Josiah News, no blocking whatsoever back here by the Preston Knights, and Josiah News is going to take about a 10-yard loss here.
Number 32,
Payne just loaded up and came off the corner there.
And there's no blocking there on that side. Second down, and we'll say 15 to 16 yards deep in their own territory. Preston starting here in the fourth quarter. Scott Stone, keeper around the left side.
11, Scott Stone on the keeper.
I think he got back to the line of scrimmage. Make it third down and 15. You've had days like this, haven't you, Steve? Where
everybody has days like this.
Where nothing works, nothing you try works. And the longer the day goes, the worse it feels, and the more you try.
Yeah, the Knights certainly have just run into a buzzsaw here against a very motivated Buckhannon Upshur squad.
But remember, they're coming in here off a loss down to Fairmont Senior, 35 to 27.
Noose bringing that one back across the middle.
Garcia and Dean in on the tackle. So Preston Knights are going to kick back. To kick for the Preston Knights is Garrett Hawkins, freshman, 5'7", 198, good-sized kid.
And he'll need all of it to get this ball out of the hole. Nice job. Ball comes down at about the 42-yard line and tackled almost immediately at the Knight 40.
Lofton in on the carry. So it'll be 1st and 10, Buckhannon on the Preston 40-yard line with 9:47 go in the ball game. Boy, I see a lot of Preston Knights limping around tonight. I don't know if it's the cold weather, Steve, getting their muscles all cramped up or what it is, standing along the sideline. But a lot of cramps going on here for the Preston Knights. Kao in on the tackle for Preston along with Ryan Deal. Going to get about 3 yards. Ryan Deal now is back at the safety spot. The other 8 players are right in the box. Dean going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carried by number 5, Jordan Dean. Initial stop made by number 17, Dylan Smith.
Colton Tasker in on the tackle. 3rd down and 7 for Buckhannon. Tell you what, the crowds are hanging around here for the Preston Knights. They're proud of these young men. Even though they've had an off night tonight, our Preston High School fans are still sticking with us. There's a screen. Oh! Devin LaRue sniffed that one out.
Yeah, and he had that ball in one hand like an egg.
Yeah.
And tried to close on it and make the interception and couldn't quite pull it in. but a great defensive job nonetheless.
Yeah, Buckhannon scored on that in the second quarter, and they thought, well, we'll try that again. But Devon stayed home. Incomplete. Dylan Smith in on the defense. So Preston will take over 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line with 8:17 to go here in the fourth quarter. Scott Stone drops the ball. Or they called incomplete pass? No, I call it a fumble. Ball slipped out of Scott's hand. Another turnover by the Preston Knights, but we recovered, so it will make it 2nd down and about 20 for Preston on their own 28-yard line. Dylan Smith.
Pass complete to number 17, Dylan Smith.
Scott Stone.
Initial stop made by number 5, Jordan Dean.
And we'll take the ball down to the 40-yard line where it'll make it 3rd down and 7.
Third and 7 for the Knights.
Newsom way to the left. Dylan Smith here to the right. Noose in the slot. Boy, no one even touched 34. I mean,
Buckhannon just keeps getting faster and faster to the ball here as this wears on.
They're finding those right gaps. I don't know who's calling their defensive plays, but they're finding the right gaps in our offensive line, and they're just coming in there untouched. So Preston, 4th down and 7 on their own 40-yard line here with 7:28 to go in the ball game. Dylan Smith, that'll be close. That'll be a 1st down.
That'll be good for a Preston High 1st down. Stop made by number 9, Benjamin Cunningham.
Dylan Smith down on the sideline. Looks like he's got a cramp.
Officials timeout.
7:22 to go in the ball game. Buckhannon 38, Preston 0. Been a cold, chilly October 31st Halloween day, Steve, here at Knight Stadium. And the weather even makes it worse.
It absolutely does. Not the Halloween bag of treats we wanted for loyal Knight fans, but Preston will regroup. They've got a week in which to work and get ready for a darn good Bridgeport team. Bridgeport always has good teams. I mean, that's just a historical fact in north central West Virginia. Can you tell me when the last time the Bridgeport Indians had a sub-500 season, Gary?
I really don't know if they have. And Steve, I can't tell you. I'd have to go back and do a little research.
1967, sir.
Okay.
That's a heck of a run.
That was a loaded question.
That's a heck of a run. I came across that fact while doing a little reading, and I had to stop and go back and read it a couple of times and let that sink in. That is a heck of a run. And so that's what we'll be faced with next week.
Intercepted. Lofton picks it off, takes it right out of the hand of Josiah Noose. And he's going to take it all the way.
Showed some nifty moves over there on the far side.
He's going to return that back about 75 yards. He pulled that ball right out of Josiah Noose's hand. We have a player down on the sidelines. Trainers are going over to check him out. Buckhannon Upshur trainers also over there helping out. Now players will kneel down here while the injured player's been taken care of. Can't tell who it is, Steve. He's rolled over. Scott Stone, our quarterback.
Yeah, Scott Stone down over there.
Threw the interception, tried to make the tackle, and someone evidently blocked him. So let's hope the young man gets up. I don't know who will put in a quarterback unless it's Dakota Holt, 5'9", 140-pound freshman to play. I think Holt starts for the JV team, I believe. But we'll cross that bridge whenever we come to it here.
Yeah, at this point, all the concern is for the health of Scott Stone.
Yeah, we've kept him healthy all year, even in practice. He has a no hands-off policy on Scott Stone, Steve, in practice. He's not allowed to be tackled that often because he's been with us now, starting quarterback for 3 years, and we need his services.
Yeah, and Scott's a tough kid.
He's 170 pounds. He's a pretty muscular young man.
And he's going to get up on the far side and start the journey across. So always good to see that when the player gets up from that situation and can walk off.
Yeah, with this concussion rule, you're always afraid with this concussion rule. You know what I mean? First thing they do, they go over those three first. How many fingers? Who are you? And where are you doing? Whatever this.
Right. Run the whole protocol there.
Run the whole protocol. And if he fails one of them, then he's on the bench. But he looks like he's all right.
He might want to take a seat for a little bit here, but I don't see the trainers trying to take his helmet away.
He's still got his helmet, so he'll be all right. He'll be in there next series.
Now Buckhannon Upshur for the extra point attempt.
Blocked.
Buckhannon Upshur scored a touchdown. Extra point is no good.
Well, that leaves your score 44-0 with 6:54 remaining in the contest.
The score, Buckhannon Upshur 44, Preston High 0.
Just a really inexplicable turn of events for the Knights here. We should never play on Halloween again, Gary.
Or have an open date after University High School game. See a lot of new numbers out there on that field now going in to receive the kickoff from Buckhannon. deep, Dylan Smith and Josiah Noose. Turns it back to about the 28-yard line where Preston will take over 1st and 10. Scott Stone still on the sidelines. Josiah Noose boys running hard, just gains about 6 yards. Casey Shroud into the ball game. We must have been a player short on that play, Steve. Shroud just goes running in. Scott Stone, he doesn't look too good. I think he may have come over here behind the bleachers and threw up here a minute ago. Noose trying to find that block, trying to find that opening. Just can't find that opening. That'll give him a first down.
Arthur Bennett. That'll be enough for a Knights first down.
6:09 to go here in the ball game. Chandler Baker, 5'5", 167, sophomore into the lineup. I would assume Josiah Noose right now is calling the plays in the huddle.
Right up the gut, onto the 50-yard line.
And on the keeper, initial stop made by number 50, Michael Williams. Second down.
And Mallet come up here and also put a hit on Noose. Second down and 2. Preston on their own 48-yard line. Clock's running out. They're going to call a timeout here.
Timeout, Preston High.
Coach Chandler into the huddle, trying to get things straightened out for the Preston Knights. Week 9 for the Preston Knights, Steve. One more week to go next week. And stranger things have happened. Next week, beat Bridgeport. That'll still put us in the thick of things.
Well, at this point, the Knights just have to depend on a whole lot of help from a whole host of other teams, both in and out of conference. And as you said, stranger things have happened. That's not what these boys want to count on, though. I'm sure they're going to be really disappointed at the outcome here tonight. They're going to sit back this week, look at the film, reflect on what happened here this evening at home. They're going to come out and redouble their effort against Bridgeport High. Will it be enough? Who knows? Bridgeport will have a heck of a team. They'll come in here prepared to play hard because they've got playoff hopes on the line. So it will come down to, again, another must-win situation for the Knights, and then you see where the chips fall.
Yeah, we're a AAA and they're a AA. They're going to get more points when they look at us. And look at the teams. We beat Hampshire, and Hampshire's 4-4 right now.
We're a real opportunity for the Bridgeport Indians.
Yeah, they want that win because that'll probably give them home field advantage for the first couple games in the playoffs. You have to be in the top 4 in order to have home field advantage, I think, for the first 2 games.
Right. Well, you saw University High make that statement last week by beating us. They want to retain their high ranking and get that home field advantage. That's so important.
Yeah, that's why they want to beat Morgantown High in the Mohawk Bowl tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
That'll put them in the top 2 or 3. Noose. Shrout knocked away by Mallet. They'll make it 3rd down and 2.
Shrout made a real good effort there in double coverage, trying to go up and come away with that ball. But just outnumbered that time.
Yeah, Scott Stone's still sitting down there on the bench with the trainer around him, so I don't know what's going on down there. Josiah Noose, whoa, got down and got a first down, but Mallet come in there.
Stop made by number 20, Brandon Mallet. That'll be enough for a Preston High first down.
Well, the Knights hang tough here as the clock winds down. And they're playing for pride now, Gary.
Yeah, they'd like to punch one in here. They don't want to be shut out here tonight. Josiah Noose pick up another first down. Austin Brown into the lineup. Baker out. Missed the block. Missed the block. Dean come in and got him behind the line of scrimmage.
That'll take us down to 3.5 minutes.
3rd down and 4 for Preston on the Buckhannon 35-yard line. Now you know how valuable Scott Stone was. Scott's headed to the dressing room.
Against the Buccaneers. That'll give the Knights a 1st and 10. Josiah Noose on the keeper.
Straight ahead carry.
Initial stop made by number 49, Chase Llewellyn. Going to bring up 2nd down for the Knights.
Preston needs a touchdown. I'm sure Buckhannon doesn't want to give him one. Up 44-0. here with 2:22 to go in the ball game. Nice block by Austin Powell.
First down, Preston High.
Looks like a little bit of single wing old times back in the 50s and 60s.
Flag on the play. Illegal motion against the Knights.
Robbie Schaefer, a little bit quick. Moves the ball back to the 22-yard line where it will be 1st and 15 for Preston. Take it in, Josiah. Take it in, Josiah. Okay, Josiah Noose. 22-yard run.
And although it's too little and too late, you know, that's a point of pride for these youngsters, and it gives them a little something to feel better about here in the fourth quarter.
Going to go for 2 here with 1:47 to go in the ball game. Noose.
Hard running, and he just crashes that one into the end zone.
44-8 with 1:47 to go in the ball game.
The score, Buckhannon Upshur 44, Preston High 8.
Well, they finally break that goose egg off the board, Gary.
Yes.
And glad to see it go.
Reminder, Atlantic Broadband Channel 7 will be here next week at Knight Stadium to bring you the final game of the 2014 football season when the #1 ranked Bridgeport Indians come in here to Knight Stadium to play the Preston Knights, who will move to 5-4 on the season. Buckhannon will move to 6-3.
It's been all too short a season, Gary. Seems like it was August and we just turned around and here we are.
It's just been flying by so fast. And a 5-3 record going into the night didn't hurt anything, did it, Steve?
No. Over the course of the last 2.5 seasons, we've seen the Knights begin to turn the corner here and develop as a team. And we've seen these youngsters who started out pretty raw a couple seasons ago turn into pretty effective squad of football players. And although it's disheartening to see the end of this contest tonight, it's one game, and in the context of the whole story of the Preston Knights, it's a very, very small thing.
Yeah, there's 14 seniors. Onside kick. Touched the line. Preston has dumped on it. It may have been touched before it got to the 10 yards. But there's 14 seniors who are going to play their last game here at Knight Stadium, senior night next week, and they're going to go out the blaze. They're not going to lay back.
No, they'll go out and find style.
Hey, a 6-4 season will take us back to 2008, Steve. Officials are in the field just kind of talking it over, what's going on. Dylan Smith picked up the flag. Preston's ball.
All right, the Knights with the ball at midfield.
Ryan Farrell must know how to do those onside kicks, get in the roll like that. That's twice that's happened tonight.
Well, he's pretty crafty as a soccer player. I can attest to that.
Preston High will retain the ball, 1st and 10.
.146 to go in the ball game. Garrett Hawkins into the ball game for Preston.
And the Buccaneers only have 10 men on the field, Gary.
There they got one hurrying on.
Leading 44-8 with 1:46 to go, and the Buccaneer faithful down here below us were going absolutely berserk.
Take it in, take it in, take it in.
Pass complete to number 34, Casey Strout. Initial stop made by number 49, Chase Llewellyn. That'll be a Preston High.
I think that was Garrett. Was that Garrett Hawkins that threw that pass?
I believe it was.
Get another quick score on the board. That'll make us a little happier. Big concern right now is quarterback Scott Stone.
Yeah, his status for next week will be a hotly debated topic. Folks, tune into the Coaches Show with Gary Livengood and Coach Jonathan Tennant.
Touchdown.
We'll find out a whole lot.
Baker. That was Baker, excuse me. That was Baker to Casey Shroud. Sorry, Steve.
Touchdown, Preston High complete to number 34, Casey Strout.
Knights, I would think, will go for 2 here once again.
The attempt for extra point is no good. And with 1 minute and 9 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter, the score, Buckhannon Upshur 44, Preston High 14.
Well, the Knights punch a couple of quick ones in here, Gary, as if to say, so what, to the Buccaneers.
Again, this will move Preston to 5-4 on the season, and I think that will move them to 3-3 in the Big Ten Conference, and that will move Buckhannon to 3-3 in the Big Ten Conference. Bridgeport and R.C. Byrd are the leaders now in the Big Ten Conference. Would you think we'd have another onside kick?
Why not?
We'll see what Ryan Farrell's going to do for the gang here down on the field. They got all the receivers and running backs on the kickoff team. Colton Pasker, Devin LaRue, Dylan Smith, Ryan Deal, Austin Newsom. Now that hopped right into the Buckhannon Upshur players' hands, so they'll take over 1st and 10. I would say they'll kneel down 3 times and go home with win number 6.
It's a long, slow bus ride back to Buckhannon, but it'll be made a lot sweeter by the fact of this win, and they'll be looking to see what some of the other teams above them in the rankings have done. For the Knights, we'll have to see where we slip to, but it's got to put us in a tough situation headed into the final week of the season.
Ball carried by number 34, Cameron Payne.
Hawkins in on the tackle.
Made by number 42, Garrett Hawkins. Second down.
Clock running down. Guy that will just watch the clock, and he'll kneel down. And I think that will run out the clock.
Yep, inside 15 seconds now. They won't have to snap it again. 44-14, the Knights fall here unexpectedly. We thought this would be a close, hard-fought game, Gary, coming into it. I would not have ever seen either one of these teams winning by a score like this. But give the Buccaneers credit where credit is due. They came out here, played a tremendous game tonight, very focused, very hard-nosed, controlled the line of scrimmage, and played well on all three sides of the ball. And Preston just couldn't seem to get out of their own way throughout much of the first half. And the damage was really done by halftime.
Yeah, the turnovers we had in the first half, we just couldn't do anything right with the fumbles, the intercepted pass, and plus I think they scored on 4 out of our 5 first turnovers in the first half, and nothing went our way. So you'll have days like that, and you let it go and use it as a teaching tool.
Couple of big concerns in this game. Logan Manier went down with some kind of a sprain. Tried to come back a couple of times in the contest. Struggled to perform, and we'll have to see about his health and how the senior receiver and linebacker is headed into the Bridgeport game, and will he be ready to go. And then, of course, Scott Stone took a big lick on the far side over there playing defense as he tried to make a tackle, obviously being evaluated and evaluated down in the locker room. Hopefully that's not a situation that will keep him out of the final contest of the season, because the Knights would sorely miss Stone at quarterback. But for what it's worth, heck of a season thus far, and the Knights can still cap it off with victory number 6 over Bridgeport next week at home. Can they do it? I believe it's possible. Let's all turn out, cheer them on. Senior night. I'll be here. I know you'll be here. Bob Meisner, Dan Sims, Terry Cochran, the whole Mountain Digital crew will be here. Mike Stump over in the trailer, and Rick Walker down in the end zone on camera for us tonight. Thanks to everybody. I'm losing my voice. I'm going to go home, work on trying to get it back before next week so Mr. Livengood doesn't have to work so hard. And in the meantime, we'll see you for the coaches show. Get the inside scoop from Coach Jonathan Tennant about what's up for the final week of Prestonite varsity football in 2014. Until then, we thank you so much for inviting us into your homes, and have a very, very good night.
Good night.